All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome out, man. Hip Hop 24. It's your homeboy DJ Don Juan bringing it to you live. You know what I'm saying? We keep y'all in touch with the latest and the greatest going on out here in the hip hop scene, keeping our ears to the street all the way up to the Grammy Awards. You know what it is. And today we got a special group up in the building. Now, they may be new to you, but they're not new to everyone. A lot of people know about this group already. They're making a lot of noise. So y'all help me welcome in right now, Hip Hop 24. Welcome in the Wonder Gang. Yo, what's up, Wonder Gang? What's poppin'?
Yeah, what's good? What's good, Brose? What's good? What's good? Happy to
Chilling,
be here.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, life is good. I seen you throwing up that Longhorn just there. Y'all down in Texas or something?
Already, man. Yes. Gotta represent all the way, man.
No doubt, no doubt. So what part of Texas y'all in?
So yeah, we stay like North Dallas. So basically we be in Dallas all the time. So
right.
It's just like Dallas, like North Dallas. There's a small city called Wiley, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That's where like we got our studio, yeah.
Right.
But sometimes we'll go to Houston. We travel around, like depending on what we got to do. Sometimes we got some homies trying to link up for beats in Houston or produce or whatever. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we just be moving in and out. But for the most part, yeah, we stay in North Dallas area.
No doubt. So give everybody a little rundown, because I know you said people call you for beats. So that means that y'all must be producing also. What all of y'all doing in the game right now?
Yeah, so like we basically just do everything. Like we kind of like mastered how to write songs, you know, how to produce any type of beats, like whether it's hip hop, rock, pop, anything. So like we've been doing this for years.
Right. Like since I was young, like I learned how to produce. My brother actually bought me my first beat machine, and I was just very obsessed with like sampling. And I used to watch like Kanye in the studio, just going ham on the MPC. So I picked up that from just recreating my favorite beats and my favorite music. And that led into like me learning how to produce with him. And then he taught me how to engineer and record ourselves, you know, and the rest is history, man. So
nice. That's what's up. Hey, yo, that's dope that you got somebody right there beside you. You guys can trust one another off top. And then this one brings this to the game and this one brings this to the game. And that's what a lot of people are unable to do. They say that they networking, but they not really networking. They really are just trying to do it their way. You know what I mean? They don't want to embrace the concept.
Right.
So how beneficial has it been to just have the brothers right there that are able to just make this move right now without really having to leave your crib, really? You just got it all right there. How convenient is that?
Yeah, man, it's very good, man. Like, cause like we can trust each other, like, and like it's my brother. We grew up together. Like, he knows what I'm thinking. Most of the times, he can finish my sentences.
Facts,
you know? So it's just like it's way better that way. But we're always open to collaborate with other people too. So it's just like it helps a lot when you figure out everything. And if the industry crashes, like you know how to help yourself out of the situation because you know how to produce, engineer, how to make the songs by yourself. So
yeah, definitely I agree. Like having a brother, like, you know, the trust factor is definitely something that you don't have to worry about a lot. And it's just much easier, you know, because we can communicate within one another, you know, and brothers get into it too. We also get into it. So it's like knowing each other, knowing our chemistry and always being around each other. It's a smooth ride when things work out. It's really dope, you know? Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah. And that's that, you know, Kobe and Shaq vibe. You know what I mean? Exactly. That's you know the play before the play even happens. You know what I mean? You already know. Yeah. I mean, that's dope. That's a golden jewel, man. I'm glad you guys, you know, rocking with one another. So exactly like on a timeline, as far as years go, how many years has it been that you guys have really just been all invested into this craft?
Cool, man. So like I'm 28 now. So like I started when I was 15. So it's been a while. And he started when he was 10 years old and he's like 21 now.
Yeah.
So
nice.
It's been like
13 years, 11 years. I see that. Yeah, y'all got it. Y'all at least 10 years in. A decade in anything right now is gonna make you like, you know, and really understand what it takes. You know what I mean? So before we get into like, you know, bio and what y'all been doing, I wanted to ask you a question. What do you think currently right now, as far as you guys' opinion goes, is the absolute most crucial piece of the music business that you have to master to be successful?
Well, I personally think like you have to be able to master making connections. You know, sometimes it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And I feel like a lot of people and a lot of artists, you know, like my top two is like connections, and the second part is know how to market yourself. Because a
Right.
lot of things, you know, a lot of artists think like you can just drop music online and you can just share with somebody. Like it doesn't end there. You got to still grind while the song is out. You still got to shoot music videos. You still got to you know, pay for playlist placements, whatever you got to do to push your music out there. It's a very major thing. And then going back on that connections part, like I make sure anytime me and my brother are in the room with like people, we try to like introduce ourselves, you know, and we come as a full package, you know, like we produce too, and we got a studio. So we're like, we can record you if you want, we can produce for you, we got a beat for you, or we could just collab on a track. So networking is definitely, you know, one of the top things that I think like is very important for artists to succeed in this game. So
Yeah, and I feel like you also need to surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. That just helps a lot more, because
right.
if you have more people who are smarter than you, then you have the chance to learn more, and you have the chance to like expand your mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyone watching this right now, I hope that you are absorbing in this free game right now, because there is no replacement for networking. Now, what that means to each individual artist or each individual person or whatever they're doing, that's between you and what I say is the Most High God. That's between you and the vibration that you have and what your assignment is. There's too many carbon copies out here. Somebody wants to be this person, someone wants to be that person. You
Right.
know, talk to us a little bit about, you know, the authentic originality and organic process that you guys bring. Like it really feels like you're not trying to duplicate anyone. So you know, how was that for you guys? What is it that you're actually like? What is your what do you guys represent that is just completely authentic here? What's your message?
So like, yeah, just being from Africa, you know, like we were born in Zimbabwe, like we have a different story, like just like the people we've met throughout our lives and experiences we've gone through in our lives is not the same as like somebody who might have been like born here, or someone from the hood. Like we grew up, we used to go to the slums, you know, like in Zimbabwe, there's a slum villages and all that. So, you know, just that experiences make you different. So our stories, like our storyline is gonna be different from like the normal like talking about guns and like all that stuff. So that's just what makes you different.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel that, and
Yeah.
that's like South Africa.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's kind of like the region where we're from too, like South Africa. Originally, like we're from Zimbabwe, and South Africa is like a 2-hour flight from Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, to add on to what he was saying, like we already have that perspective of coming from a different side of the world, you know, seeing different things growing up, and then to coming here to America, and then like, you know, getting involved in meeting new people and seeing the culture here, the different fusions of cultures, being from Texas, and, you know, seeing the Latino culture, all of that. Like we're in like in a mixed spot of like, you know, a lot of different things that we're influenced by. And then my dad, you know, he used to play like reggae vibes when we was growing up. So all of that kind of like put it into our music. We have a very, very versatile arsenal. Like we can make different types of music. It's not just one thing. So I feel like our sound can never really be boxed into like one form. You know, we can do pretty much, we just make good music, period, you know.
That's lit. No, so were you guys born in Zimbabwe, or was you and moved here?
Yeah. So I was born in Zimbabwe. I came here when I was 15.
Right.
Okay.
So pretty much like, you know, half my life over here, half my life over there.
It's been
Kind of
pretty
thing.
much, and I came when I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, around that. So it's been,
Okay. So the 8, 9, and the 15. Definitely at the 15, I want to ask what was the biggest difference that you saw musically? Because we know that Western music, what they call Western music here in America, has spread globally, especially the influence. But so has the Caribbean vibes have spread up this way for
Yeah.
you know, hundreds and thousands of years. What's the biggest difference that you saw coming over as a 15-year-old with the culture and the music?
Yeah, so in Zimbabwe, they have more traditional music over there. They also have like urban grooves. So, and we also used to like have like satellite dish. So we would watch like, you know, South African music or music up North Africa. So it kind of like the difference is like American music is more like figment of imagination to me. Like, cause I used to also watch TV when I was little. Like I'll see like Bad Boy or Tupac on TV. Like that kind of like I was always inspired in like looking at them, like it felt like I wanted to do that, you know, but I never knew I would be in America one day. So it kind of like when I got here, I was like, oh, this is what it is. Like, oh, okay, the video, you have to hire models, you have to do this and that. So yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That is kind of how the campaigns were going. And people like me, I've been DJing 21 years.
Yeah.
And you know, one of the things that I really push heavy is just be organic and authentic, you know, and don't even worry about the carbon copy. But the first question I ever have to ask an artist when they call me for consultations and all is, what is your goal? You know what I mean? Because some people want to be what you saw on TV. Other people want to be what, you know, Bob Marley or something was, you know what I mean? And they want to use it for that, you know? So you guys seem to be in like a window here where a lot of artists are like, you know, some of my songs get played on radio, but I got other songs that's got real messages behind it to help heal the world or something.
Right.
Where you guys, what's your goals with the business right now? Is it just to, you know, to ball out, get money? Is it to change the world? And there's no right or wrong answer. We just want to know what you got.
Definitely, man. Like every artist got like different things. You know, for me, like I feel like, you know, obviously watching the music videos growing up, like when you saw the jewelry, when you saw the music videos with the models and all that, like that's definitely like a spark. Every child is like, well, I want to be able to have this much money, you know. But as you get older and you mature, it's you start learning about, well, your voice. You start learning the power your voice has as an artist. You know, your voice can travel mountains, you know, as people say. So I feel like me and him personally, like we were like, well, we want to make a difference, especially where we're coming from in Zimbabwe. Like a lot of kids, like the education system is like really messed up, and you know, doctors aren't getting paid a lot of money. So like some doctors are not, you know, are trying to train there. Whenever they get their certificate, they move out of the country and they go practice medicine like somewhere else. So I feel like with us, it's like we want to give back first, and we also want to like build, you know, back home, and we also want to use that same money to like invest, you know, and get into property, get into like real estate, make our own label, like Wonder Gang. You know, we want to sign other kids with the same passion as us, you know, all over the global, not even just in Africa or in America, but like just globally. So yeah,
just showing like kids like myself, like immigrants, like you can also do it, like because I came from that place. Sometimes it doesn't seem real, like, you know, like when you're dreaming about being an American artist, it's very competitive out here. So you know, I just want to show the kids out there, like you can achieve whatever you put your mind to. And we also want to give back, like he said.
right.
And my goal, like I want to make music that lasts forever, you know, like centuries later on. I want people to like look back at our music and say, oh, this was what was going on in this time period.
Yeah. Right. Now that's dope. That's dope. And you know, you'd be surprised at what I'm hearing that I don't have enough time to discuss, you know, after over 2 decades of being in this, you know. And I am personally currently in my life, I'm a higher spiritual consciousness teacher. I help everyone connect with Most High God, right? So it doesn't matter how that manifests. It's just simply put, without that source, right? Without true power, then whatever you're doing is just kind of it's a temporary moment. And I before I moved to Cali, I've been living in California for almost 8 years. So before I moved here from the South, when I was DJing for Young Buck, I was with G Unit for a few years and running with Buck. I couldn't bring all that vinyl with me. Right? I've been DJing 21 years. They want computers, nothing. So I had to sell off a lot of records before I came here. Some of them I just had to throw away. And when you start going through the vinyl and you're pulling them up, you're like, who is this? Who is this?
Right.
I got vinyl on top of vinyl of people that no one remembers, no one knows anymore. You know, they have major label deals with Universal and Jive and all these records and the 100,000 advance on this and all this. Completely gone. Really gone. No one even remembers. Right. And that's my main thing. It's like, yo, what is the goal? Because if the goal is to get in real quick, make a little money, and then take that money and go flip into real estate or something, yo, just put out something that they're gonna want to buy and just, you know, serve the fiends. But if you're trying to last, you want people to remember who you are. You got to have that authentic energy. And that's what I'm hearing coming through you guys. And I know it wasn't just me that heard that, because you guys have gained the attention of notable figures out
Right.
here in these streets. You know what I mean? And so talk to us a little bit about some of the buzz that I'm hearing in my ears dealing with, you know, Travis Scott and that camp and management and stuff like that. What's going on there? Because I see the Texas connection. We're gonna talk about the song Cola. That definitely sounds like the Scots. You know what I mean? So talk to us a little bit about what's going on. You know what I mean? Right there with Texas and the Travis Scott move.
Hey, when we go.
Oh yeah, so like we've been just making music. So my brother, like he's the one who been like doing a lot of networking, like behind like the scenes, like going on Instagram. So he used to like message Busy Copy Paste, who's Travis Scott's manager. Like he would send him songs.
Shout out to Busy too.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to him. So he would just plug him songs like for 2 years almost, like, and then he finally say something like, yo, like he responded and say, y'all dope, like. So like for that, like he set up a meeting with us and we talked just like this, like on Zoom, like around December last year. Like he was telling us like they were debating whether to put us in EXO with The Weeknd or
With
Cactus Jack, you know, and he said he played some of our stuff for like Don Toliver, who's like hot right now, and shout out to Don. And Don was like, yo, what are you gonna do with these kids? Like they're really
he's
dope.
like, you gotta sign him or something. So
yeah,
he basically told us like the whole camp is showing love and it's just all authentic, and you know they want to meet up, and we had, you know, a wonderful meetup. They came to Dallas, to our city, and you know we got to meet some of the guys, and shout out to also Chase B. Travis Scott's DJ, and it was really just all love. You know, it's like it feels like a brotherhood. So they basically Busy was like, I want to work with y'all, I want to help manage, you know, whatever y'all need. So that's one of the connections we've had. And we also been very fortunate to be part of the HBO series called Betty that's airing. I think season 2 is coming pretty soon, like this year. So one of Kanye's producers, Jeff Basker, he's also produced for Rihanna, for Beyonce. I got in touch with him and he saw the talent that we have, you know, even just on the production side of things. And he's like, I'm gonna network y'all with one of my friends, and we got that opportunity. So we're co-producing some of the music on the show, and that's very exciting too. And
he connected us to DJ Simtex, who's like in England, you know. Shout out to DJ Simtex.
Yeah, which was our first radio play. First radio play. Yeah, with DJ Simtex out of Capital.
That's dope. Y'all spitting a lot right now. My mind is, I'm locking in the memory real quick because I'm like, yo, they spitting a lot right now.
Man.
You hit on you know what I'm saying? You hit on Don Toliver, and when I was listening to Cola, you guys' new single that came out on February 19th, I literally was like, oh, okay, yeah, I hear Don Toliver right there. So I was like, I wanted these dudes are just, I wanted they like into songwriting, and you've already covered that earlier. You guys do everything. Plus, now you getting sync license checks off of HBO. You know what I'm saying? So you're milking the game. A lot of cats don't really understand that. They don't understand synchronization licensing. They have no clue. And I got homies right now. They literally produce and they have their connects with Universal, UMG, and all. And man, Sports Center come on, or it be going to a timeout from a basketball game, and they go to run it, and the check show up every 3 months. You know what I mean? So it's like that Betty show. Is it from a production songwriter standpoint, or is your actual song playing in there? What's going on with that?
So they reached out for both. They wanted to originally get work for beat production and for me to like basically do the drums with Keith and try to figure out that for the whole playlist for this episodes. And after that, they were like, we also like y'all's music, so send something that you think fits, and we'll go over it with our team and see what we can do from there. So it's really kind of like both. Yeah.
So how did the song Cola come about?
So Ice Cola was just a song we started working on like last year.
Yeah, it was like around September of last year, of 2020.
So we have so many songs, so we just like be picking like which one we want to put out, like depending on like what's fitting like the time, you know. So when we dropped Ice Cola, literally there was like, that's when the Texas snowstorm like happened. So it was crazy. Like it was like people saying, "Oh, y'all kind of brought the snow over here." I was like, you know, but you know, so yeah, Ice Cola is just like a song about like, you know, relationships and like, you know, the women today, like some of the women we've dealt with in our lives, you know, like sometimes people have this like bipolar, situation, which is, we're just trying to teach kids like, if you're dealing with someone with bipolar, you got to be sober, like when you do stuff with them, so that you don't get in trouble tomorrow, because they might switch up their mind. So that's basically mostly what that song is about.
Mm-hmm. And I originally the idea, you're probably, just like you said, originally it was for Don Tolliver.
Yeah.
So like we had made, and I'd listened to it and I'm like, man, let me try to like pitch this. But during the time when we made it, we didn't have the connections we have now. So it was kind of like, let's just put this out, let's figure out what we want to do with this. So yeah, it's pretty dope. And hopefully in the future too, like we can also work with like Don and the guys and have some more songs that we're going to do together as well.
Absolutely. And I tell a lot of artists, I see a lot of artists, man, they just sit on records. And I'm like, bro, you got to get this out. You got to get this out right now. And, their mind be going in all different directions. I want to, I'm saving this for the album, or, I'm trying to pitch this to such and such and all. And I'm like, but bro, you got a vault load of music right here. Yeah, and you haven't put anything out. Like just put it out there. And I get it though. I get some things that you need to hold on to, but like with that record in particular, you guys could have just held it, but you went ahead and put it out. But nothing stopping y'all from going back in and remaking the record. You know what I mean? If Don want to get on it, Scott want to get on it. I mean, it's all good. It's what's called a remix. There's no limit to this.
They're gonna do it anyway. It'll circle back.
Just gotta keep pushing. Push as much as you can. Don't hold yourself back. I mean, I understand like every artist goes through that where they have a lot of songs they're sitting on, but it's always good to like put out something and push yourself, because you never know what opportunities and doors that might open for you.
Exactly. You can't sit on a moment. And nowadays the industry moves so fast. Like, there's a new hot artist every 2 weeks. You can get somebody new. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're sitting on records, what are you doing? You're missing an opportunity for yourself.
Yeah.
I was a music business major in college. I went to college from 98 to 03. I'll be 41 this year, right? So I've been in it for a long time. And I appreciate y'all, brother. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a long time. And I see these dudes, and it's like, when I was in the game and I was studying in school, watching the labels and watching the way they was moving, I was like, they started teaching us that hip hop had the absolutely shortest lifespan of any musical form. It was like literally at that time, if it was a month old, it was old to us. Now, like you said, I'm almost willing to say 2 weeks is too old. It's almost like literally as a DJ, bro, I'll be in the booth rocking, and with the internet, people dropping 30, 40, 50, 60 songs a day. And so it's like, there's no way I could ever keep up with that. So some cats is trying to stay relevant, but where do you guys reach the point where you like, okay, this is what we're going to put out now. This is what we're going to put out later. Or if we're just going to just flood the streets. How is that decision being made? Because like you said, I mean, have you guys officially signed management with Scott and them, or is it still just kind of just in the air or something like that? Because I know all these things paying into the answer to that question. Like, how do you release your records?
Right. So like, we can't really talk about the deal right now, but it's, everything is still working out, but we just like, for now, we decided to put out singles to make a build up to a tape, so we want to plug in as many songs as we can and singles that are not even on the tape. Like Cola is not even on the tape. So we just like trying to build up this fan base.
Right.
So then when we're ready, when we drop, it would be easy for people to like, just make it a platinum record.
Right. And another technique we use, like most of the time, me and him will tap into the studio, and I produce like maybe like 2 beats a day. So we're always coming up with fresh ideas. And most of the time it's really hard to just like lock in and be like, okay, we're going to only drop like this amount of songs or this body of work, because we're pumping so many ideas, and we're also trying to keep up with the shift that's happening in music without also losing our sound. So, just dealing with the balance of those two things, I feel like me and him were able to find middle ground to where we're like, okay, these are the really, really dope, good songs that deserve to be on a project that can echo years later. And then these are the songs that we could use right now to drop to build ourselves up, that people are still going to get, even a glimpse of our legacy and our talent that we have to promise to the game and stuff like that. So you just kind of know yourself as an artist and try to put your best foot forward and not be scared to take a chance.
Absolutely. If you don't know you, then you should go back and sit down for a little while. You know what I mean? Because that's the problem.
Yeah,
Too many carbon copies, not enough originality. I've been a fan of the Roots band since the 90s, you know what I mean? And I've watched their career for 30 years, 20 and 30 years organically grow. And their fan base will never leave. An artist like Tech Nine has a fan base that will never leave. You know what I mean? Because it was original with, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's so dope. That's so dope. You guys are like trying to really like, you really are putting a lot of energy and time into this, not just in the studio, in actual mindset. And the fact that we got one individual here who's predominantly taking the responsibility of wearing the hat for networking. We got another one here who's taking the hat and responsibility for production or songwriting or something. You know, you guys are putting on multiple hats, but you squad. That's like so crucial. That's kind of how we started this interview, was like the importance of the right squad members. And it really looks like you guys fit the Texas vibe. Looks like you fit the Scots vibe. You know what I mean? And it's just like, who knows what's going to happen after that? But if that energy was not organic, if it wasn't crystal clear, then it couldn't attract in that energy. There's a lot of cats that think they can just buy chains, hire the girls for the videos, get the mansion, pay the DJs. They do everything they think from an external standpoint and realize that none of that matters until that internal code is unlocked.
Yeah.
What do you guys do? What do you guys do to actually keep your internal spirit like able to generate this out of you every day? What do you guys do? Because like you said, you told me I don't look like I'm 40, 41, you know, I eat healthy, I'm a vegan, you know what I mean? I'm a pescatarian, you know what I mean? I work out. What do you guys do? I meditate and stuff. What do y'all do to help keep producing such great quality product?
For me, it's just like experiencing life, you know, and watching, you know, just paying attention to what's going on in the culture too. Like, you know, I try to not stay as much on the internet, but you know, going on Instagram, and like I also have like, I go to kids, like if you play kids are the most honest people, you know. So you play music and you see their reaction and what they think, like that just shows you that you're on the right track most times. And just watching TV shows and Netflix, you know, HBO, all that stuff, it helps too.
Yeah, for me, it's like, all right, you got to keep like one eye on it and not be completely consumed by it, you know? So even sometimes me and him, like we'll sign out of our Twitters or Instagram just for a little bit, just so we can just focus on like, you know, what's in front of us. You know, you need that time to be able to tune out when you need to. A lot of the time, you know, we also talked about in our previous interviews, like mental health and things that are important, because a lot of artists, you know, you don't want to become like, you don't want to overwork yourself and become a workaholic to the point where it starts taking away from your craft and your pureness and your rawness, you know. So to protect that energy, you know, that spirituality, you also got to be able to take time off. You know, sometimes I'll go in, I'll be like, you know what, let me come back and we'll work on this another day. You know, if I'm feeling too exhausted, if it's like 4 a.m. and we've been stuck in an idea, we'll be like, okay, we'll come back to it. You know, don't worry about it. So things like that, and just knowing yourself and remaining true to your spirituality. And also meditation is good, you know,
playing video games,
working out, all like just doing regular things, you know, getting active, getting out there. Exactly. That's how you just keep in tune with things, and you will never fall off if you keep like that.
And women too. Women are very inspiring. Like you got to keep good women around you.
Yeah, good energy. Yeah, that's another thing.
I'm with you on that, brother. I'm with you on that. Gotta have the good female energy around you at all times. I feel that, brother. And there's a difference, you know what I'm saying, and just having females around and having good female energy. I'm glad you guys know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's your boy DJ Don Juan, Hip Hop 24, man. We got the Wonder Gang in the building. You know what I'm saying? Texas, Zimbabwe connection. You know what I mean? Pumping these airwaves. New single Cola just got released February 19th. Major deals on the table right now, major push. And I know you guys have opened up for, you know, several cats, you know, on stages. You know, I think T.I., I think Dugga, I think he was telling me Uzi, Post Malone, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So tell me a little bit about live performance. How's that vibe? I know the shutdown, you know, put a little pause in most of it, but I know Texas already kind of been making moves, and then the governor the other day was like, yo, we all the way open. Mississippi said we all the way open. Florida all the way open. You know, so we know it's cranking up. But before that shutdown, what was the stage like? What's going on with the live performance?
So yeah, there's been shows out here like a little bit, like they're trying to open up, like Push Ice-T is coming out. They said they wanted us to come and do a show with them. So we were just debating on it, and mainly it's about, if it's safe. First of all, we want to make sure it's a safe environment, and we want to make sure like it's not gonna fall on us, like if something happens.
Facts, yeah.
So you got to take all that into consideration. Yeah, but yeah, shows are very good for us because that's how you read the crowd. Like when you go and perform and you try out new songs and you see how the crowd reacts to it, that's when like, okay, maybe I need to go back in the studio and make sure this song is this good, and like finish it up and put it out. So
right.
You always had that ability, because you were asking like before the pandemic, of course, it was really important for us to be able to like connect with people, see our fans, be able to tell them they can believe themselves like in person. It means a lot more sometimes than when you just like listening to your favorite artist, through headphones or just listening through a speaker. It means a lot when you see that person and you're like, okay, they're living testimony of their dreams. You can also do what they're doing. So I always love coming out to shows, seeing people. And, a lot of the times people sometimes can even catch me and him outside of the venue after the show, taking pictures with people, making sure we greet people, ask them where you're from, what do you like to do?
Right.
We want to engage with our fans because they're very loyal to us, and, we wouldn't be here without them. So we always make sure to give it 110% when we're performing live, to absolutely make it a place of like, let go of all your problems of the outside world. Come here, rage with us, just connect in that immediate moment.
The connection is important, man. Like performing is one of my favorite, like that's probably my top favorite thing to do. Like, because that's when you connect all the energy that you've been putting in the studio and you get to connect with the fans. You get to like be with like-minded people, they're just like you. So that's how they're there for you. So like a connection.
Yeah, no, that's lit. And you hit the nail on the head, because I was about to ask, what can they expect when they come to one of y'all shows? Because like, just for example, the groups that the people I name, Uzi and Thugger and Malone and all, they're not just standing up there with a microphone like some of these cats, what I mean? And like out here in Cali, especially before the pandemic, I call it a pandemic. That's a whole nother story. But before this situation happened, Scott would come in the club a lot of times, and Scott could literally just stand on top of the DJ booth and totally change the whole energy of the club without even having to move. It was just his energy just jumping up and down and bouncing all around. So what do people expect when they come to see y'all? What can they expect to see on the stage when y'all hit the stage?
Yeah, just like Travis, man, it's on 10 like that, man. We're raging, it's a place to connect with your like-minded people. So we're like a family. So when we get on, even if it's in the club, we're gonna shift the energy either way. We're gonna bring something that's gonna make people like feel something.
It's the same thing. Like we jump off of stages, we go into there, we mosh pit with them. There's blood, sweat, and tears. We cry together, we laugh together.
We tell stories.
Whatever it's got to be to make sure that you're at your most highest energy in that moment while we're talking to you, while we're giving the music. That's the highest vibration that you can put.
Because there's so much going on out in the world, so when you come together in a venue, you want to take people out that situation.
It's like a relief.
Like financial situation, pain, whatever you're going through, heartbreak, like we want to make sure you're having fun in that moment and you have a memory like this was a good time. Yeah.
Man, you guys are killing it right now with how you're applying. It's incredible, bro. Like you guys literally said it. It's the highest vibration. And what I teach in spiritual teachings is what these people call God, that I call Most High God, even through science, whatever you look at, it all began with a vibration before it manifested into any physical apparatus or anything. Life itself, all that we create came from a vibe. And if the vibe is not right, it's not, there's no God factor. And in order to be in that move, you got to have the right vibration. You know what I mean? So that's dope. You guys are elevating the vibe in that. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I want to see this. I really want to see y'all out there.
We're gonna connect, man. When we come through over there, like we're gonna connect. You're gonna see
absolutely.
Like you got
absolutely. Absolutely. Now I heard y'all had a kind of an artistic appeal about designing a can or something with Coca-Cola or something like that. Tell me a little bit about that.
Right. I reached out to me and my team. Shout out to Lauren Billingsley. She's the CEO, Chief of Inclusion and Diversity Officer over at Coca-Cola in Atlanta. And I basically, we told her our story. We shared with her where we come from in Zimbabwe, and how we went from being in a third world country to now living in America, and being able to perform in front of thousands of people at night and being able to live out our dreams, without having any fears. I felt like it was important for me and my brother to we can design something that when people look at the can, they can feel something about themselves and try to connect to their dreams and goals and try to believe in themselves that they can do anything that they want to achieve in this life. And, it's something very dope that was brought on the table. It's still in the talks right now, but she definitely said she's willing to help us out and see if we can get a Coke can design. And we also mentioned with her that whatever cans that we design that they sell, we want to be able to partner up with Coke and donate to HBCU universities, donate to UNICEF, donate to COVID relief funds, just different organizations, send masks, food, whatever we need, in a time like this. So that's something that we're very excited to be a part of, and hopefully it'll go all the way through.
Man, that's lit. Your intention is pure, brother. I know you guys are going to do major things. Before we get up out of here, give everybody how they can, stay connected. Instagram, websites, SoundClouds, whatever you want, go ahead and pub whatever you want right now.
Right. Oh yeah. So for Instagram, you can find us like Wonder Gang Official. That's our official Instagram. If you look in the bio, you'll see my Instagram, Keith Wonder.
And then mine is Real TK Savage on Twitter, on Instagram. And also connect with us on Twitter. The official one for Wonder Gang is Wonder Gang Official. Wonder Gang Music on Twitter, and then Wonder Gang Official on Instagram. So that's how you reach out to us. And then on SoundCloud, it's Wonder Gang. So, and we also love, when people send us messages of, them listening to our songs or how they feel or whatever they want to say. We're very interactive with our fans. So people need to feel free to reach out and say what's up to the bros and, just keep in touch.
Yeah, and add us on Spotify. If you got a Spotify, find Wonder Gang. That's me and bro. So Wonder Gang, like Wonder Woman. So that's easy for you to find. And just connect with us because we're going to be putting out more music on there, definitely. And we're just going to build it up and it's going to grow.
But yeah, I know y'all not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Just when you drop the lady's name from Coca-Cola and you dropped all the hats that she wears or her title. And I'm like, it just to get on here for 30 minutes and hear two brothers from Zimbabwe who are living outside of Dallas in Wiley, Texas, who are living the dream.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, literally living the dream, but realizing that it's not just a dream. It is an everyday step-by-step piece. And you guys just keep investing into it. And now things are coming back your way. It really shows that it's because I do a lot of teaching, bro. There's a lot of people who just default to excuses. It's because of because of where I'm from, or it's because of my skin, or it's because man, they some haters over there. And it's be like, the whole world is yours.
Right.
The world is yours. The whole world is accessible to you. Have you not yet realized that the one thing that needs to be clear is who you are first and why you're doing it? And that's what I just keep hearing resonating with y'all. No matter what question I ask, no matter who goes first on the answer, it's the same thing. You guys know who you are and you know what you're doing it for. That's powerful. That's powerful, man. That's why I'm looking forward to it. I'm waiting to hear if Vegas to send a press release yo, they signed the deal. You know what I'm saying? They signed the deal. It's up and popping. So before we get up out of here, speaking of signing deals, because I teach on this a lot about the power of the pen. I teach what they call conspiracy theory about invisible ink that's on those contracts. And people are signing contracts and not understanding that you didn't do your due diligence to recognize what you're consenting to. What type of actual contracts, business-wise, are you guys looking for? Because y'all not stupid. Y'all got it moving. You done a lot of legwork yourself. So I know you're not about to just give it all up on the contracts. Are you looking for partnerships? You trying to do production deals? Just help educate the audience a little bit right now. It's more like an educational piece right now. You can help bestow some wisdom into these brothers and sisters that are listening right now. What's your angle when it comes to the business end of what you're looking for?
So yeah, like for like when we started off, like we just like we've turned down business deals, like management deals. We've turned them down because you can't just sign away your rights, and there's a lot of like language in there that's like
Tricky,
yeah, tricky. So you have to have the right people around you. You have to really
Mm.
invest your money into hiring a lawyer, an entertainment lawyer, who's going to help you go through the language too.
Right.
And you also have to be careful with the lawyer too, because they might make you sign what was that, the thing they made us sign?
Oh
They
yeah,
try to
like
make us sign
engagement letters, you know, a lot of the people, you know,
engagement letters.
if you
Yeah.
talk to them like, oh, I'm about to sign with a major label or a major artist, they'll try to also harp onto whatever first opportunities you're gonna get. So
So yeah.
even me and my brother, we both took like music business classes when we were in university. So
Yeah.
all of that knowledge, and also, you know, try to stay as independent
As
as
possible.
possible, as long as possible, you know, just try to own as much of yourself as you can, like Jay-Z said, as much as you can, because it'll pay off in the long run. You know, me and him already going in, we know we're not going to give up our masters. We know we want our own publishing. We know that we're not going to, you know,
We're working towards partnerships.
Right,
mostly.
partnerships.
Yeah.
We want to partner up with companies like Sony. You know, we're not signing 360 deals. And we, you know, most importantly, you got to make sure that you have some type of personal relationship with the people you're trying to do business with. Because if it's not that, then, you know, they're basically, you're going to get screwed over, and they'll put something in there that you won't spot until 25 years later. You look back and you're like, dang, you could have had this much, but you know, you're over it this much. And that's not about money that you keep. You know, that's money for your children, your grandkids, you know, like your family, your legacy. So it's more important to try to own as much as you can right now.
Yeah,
so.
and don't be impressed by money or whatever. Like we've seen so many people like show us
All
money,
kind of figures,
like
yeah.
you know, like try to make us like feel some type of way. Like don't, if somebody's coming into a business and try to like make you feel some type of way with money, that's
It's already starting off
already
bad,
a red flag, you know. So
Yeah.
And you
That's
can
dope that y'all know that.
Yeah, you
That's
can
dope that y'all know that though.
too. Yeah. When they talk to us, you know, you can tell someone's energy by the way they're talking to you, by what they're asking for. You know, pure intent is very clear to see. You know, it's very, very clear to see. So if it's not that, and you have a bad feeling about something, don't be afraid to be patient. You know, sit, talk, ask other people, ask questions, hire lawyers, attorneys,
people,
educate yourself. Everything is online too. You know, all these contracts. I know y'all seen Kanye upload his UMG contracts piece by piece. All of that stuff is online. You know, it shouldn't be an excuse to be signing 360 deals in 2021 and going on. You know, so.
Yeah, don't be desperate. Like, don't be desperate.
Yeah, you're always worth more than they're offering you. Always.
Yeah, I was just about to say that the 360 deals are trash, and it's because people are thirsty for these distorted visions of what they're doing it for. So when you put 200,000 in front of them in the studio, lay it on the table, they're gonna sign in. They ain't thinking about nothing. They're gonna get that, and then the first thing they're gonna do is show it in the pictures and look at me, I'm getting money. And then they wonder why people keep trying to rob them and run up on them. And you know what I'm saying? It just be like, bro, like the powerful move quiet, man. The loudest one in the room is typically the weakest one in the room. Absolutely. Unless you're getting paid to perform, then you should be the loudest one in the room for that 30 minutes. But for the most part, it's like, you guys are kicking mad knowledge. I hope everyone's benefiting from this. This is Zimbabwe and Texas's own Wonder Gang. I promise you guys, this will not be the last time you hear from them, because their foundation is too solid to be cut that short. It didn't start that quick. It ain't gonna finish that quick. So everyone, you follow them, Wonder Gang Official on Instagram, which they said is gonna have the links in the bio for the personal pages. And of course, if you guys missed out where the SoundClouds or where all that was, I'm sure if you guys send a direct message, and like they said, they encourage you, send messages, communicate. There's no way for them to get to know you if you don't call and hit them up. Send them some information, let them know, give them feedback. I'm a brutal DJ. I give brutal feedback because I love them, and I want them to be successful. You have to keep it 100 with them. And another thing about this business, for anyone that's watching, get your feelings out of it. It has nothing to do with the way you feel. It's a business. It's a business. And if you don't want to deal with the business, then stay at home. Make your music for you and your homegirls and stuff, and your peoples, and just be cool with that. Because when you get in this business, you ain't got a lot of room for emotions. You know what I mean? Like, you
whole world. It's a whole world. Yeah.
Black and white.
They're gonna tell you no. They're gonna tell you no. They're gonna try to tell you what to do. So it's like, and if you're too emotional, you have a negative reaction, you get upset, triggered. It's like, yo, this is not the zone for emotion.
Not for you.
Yeah, this is business. This is business. You can't be a liability, especially when you're running around with, you know, major figures like that. You know, there's always a camera or something waiting, and you don't want to be a liability to your squad. You know what I mean? So yeah, shouts to you guys, man. Anything else you want to leave the people with before we get up out of here?
Man, just tell people, man, stay positive. You know, like I know there's a lot of things going on, like COVID and all that. So we just gonna keep grinding. You know, like it's survival of the fittest. So you got to know it's a mindset. You know, don't let it break you. You got to keep going.
Right. And you know, keep believing in yourself. Don't stop what you're doing. Don't ever listen to somebody telling you no. You know, always follow your intuition, follow your gut feeling, and you know. For us, we always keep God first before we do anything, you know.
And patience
know
is
where
key.
your blessings are coming from. Yeah, and patience is key.
Because you can get no's like 30 times and finally they'll say yes, you know. Yeah. So
work for that first yes, and then keep it pushing, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, respect to you, man.
That one yes is crucial. Yeah. That one yes is crucial. Once you get that one yes, and it's the right yes, see, that's the thing. People don't even know, what does your yes sound like? What is your yes? Because a yes for Joe Blow may not be the yes for you. So it's like, know your yes. Because once you get it, bro, it's a wrap. Everyone's on the team then. Everyone, you know, I believed in you since you was 12 years old. I mean, I knew you was gonna make it. Everyone loves a winner. Everyone loves a winner.
All sides, man. All sides. Like, you're gonna get all
sides.
Man.
And you guys are getting it internationally though, because there's a whole community back in Zimbabwe that's looking at you guys like that's a whole other level of pressure. I thought I was gonna get up out of here just then, but I do want to ask, what is that energy like? Having a whole nother country, you know, a whole nother continent that is watching you. Yeah, what is that like?
It's incredible, man. Just know, like, they're waiting for us. Like, they want us to come out there and perform and all that. So, like, we're just trying to build it over here, make sure it's solid mostly. Like, we're solid in here, like, in America. So, when we go back, like, we go back with gifts. We go back with other artists, you
knowledge, power, all that, you know.
And, you know, like, giving back and all that. So, that's just a great feeling, man, just to know that you're representing a country. You're not only a country, but, like, a continent.
Like you said, yes. It's amazing.
Man.
They always show love, and it's a different kind of love, because over there, you know, they don't really expect nothing. You know, they haven't seen us perform, and since we left Zimbabwe, they've never seen us do a show, but they're still rooting us. They're cheering us on, because they know one of us in means that any of them could do it as well. And that's more important than you think sometimes, you know, just knowing that someone like you who looks like you can do it.
Absolutely. You guys, it's Wonder Gang. Like we said, we gave you the info. The single Cola, Ice Cola, dropped February 19th. Y'all keep y'all ears to the streets. I'm telling you, you want to connect with these brothers right here. And an industry so full of so many question marks and fictitious comic book characters. This is a great opportunity to connect with two brothers who got their feet on the ground and are aimed and poised at helping elevate the consciousness and the productivity of this business, man. Thank you guys for what you are doing also out there, for actually caring enough to put positive energy out there into the universe. And man, we're looking to see and hear way more from you guys, man. It's Wonder Gang, y'all, here on Hip Hop 24, your boy DJ Don Juan. Hope you guys enjoyed this interview. Y'all stay connected, stay tapped in. Cheers.